What is up guys, Ginter here. Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're taking a look at a new backpack I got. Actually, you know what? Before I even tell you anything about it, let me just put it on, do a quick little, here's what it looks like. It is fully loaded up with a bunch of goodies already, so that way I can show you what fits in it. But yeah, this is a backpack from a company called Unit1. I've actually worked with them before. You can maybe see it behind me. They sent me a helmet a little bit ago, a smart helmet, and it's really cool. I made a video about it. I really like it. And I guess they make backpacks too. So I saw their backpack, thought it was really cool. They reached out and said, I'd love to check it out because they got some nice features they added to it. And I'm also kind of a backpack hoarder. Let's just go through what I got. So this is called the Torch, and I think it's their version 2. So they did some improvements on some of the materials and stitching. It feels really nice. It feels very rugged. I believe it's water resistant. And instead of just showing you all the things, we're gonna go through every pocket that this thing has, because there's a lot of nice little spots and things that they added. A lot of features I would not expect from a company that doesn't really make backpacks. So let's start on the outside. Obviously on the side here, water bottle pocket. Very important to have water, stay hydrated, especially if you're out riding. You definitely want to have a water bottle pocket. On this side, let's start at the bottom actually. We've got a small little pocket down here, and this is probably my least favorite pocket because it's kind of hard to get to, but it is thoughtful in that this is where your keys would go. And the keys are on a little leash, and that way if you've got this on your back, you can still kind of stretch it out, open up the door. Well, this is my car key, but if it's your house keys, it's a nice little pocket. We're gonna take everything out as we do this. That way you can just see how much stuff is in here. Is this in frame? Hopefully it's in frame. Whatever, it's keys. Stick that back in there. All right, our second side pocket on the side here, I have a Pixel phone. This is the XL or whatever, the large version. So we've got a nice size phone that fits in there easily, and it's fairly spacious. It's hard to see, but inside there is a small extra stretchy pocket or two. Actually, this one right here, this one's perfect for like a pen. I like that. All right, what we got on the other side? We took care of the water. Oh yeah, there is a pocket right here. So this is a nice flat front facing pocket, and here I've got some of the material stuff. Oh, material, Cordura. If you don't know what that is, it's a pretty nice fabric for backpacks. Not cheap, but yeah, Cordura. And then I like to keep like my stickers in there, as you see. I've got some Chillest stickers in here. One of my Facebook groups where we keep it chill and we talk about one wheel stuff, and it's nice. And of course, I got to rep the Float Life. I got a bunch of Float Life stickers in there. I am a TFL Stoke team member, so I do have discount codes. Check out the description if you want a discount code for anything you buy from TFL. But that's this front pocket. It actually occupies this entire front space, which is nice. Okay, oh wait, nope, there's one more up here on the top. And right now I'm kind of using this as my music spot. I've got my AirPods up there. These are in a little case, keeps them nice and safe. But I also have this JBL speaker, super small, nice. I usually will clip it either to my belt loop or maybe even to the backpack straps. Gotta have some tunes, when you're riding. But this occupies that whole front space. That is most of the small pockets on the outside of the bag. Let's next go to the back part. First off, nice and soft, very cushiony. I like that they got these kind of channels right here These channels help airflow, keep your back from getting not too sweaty. And the straps themselves, nice and padded. I do like that. It feels comfy. Even though it's fully loaded up, felt pretty comfy so far. I haven't actually ridden with it. We're gonna get to that. We'll go for a ride after this, so hang tight. Let's open up this back pocket, which is actually a compartment. This is kind of what they call the tech pouch area. It does come with this little pouch, and what's cool is this pouch has little mounting points. It magnetizes right there. It hangs. I mean, it can easily be popped up and off, so you could take it out of the bag if you don't want to have it in there, or if you want to easily grab this and take things out of here. Right now I've got my MacBook charger in here. I've got an SSD in here. It's got 2 stretchy pockets and then 2 bands for organizing cables, as well as another little pocket here. And I just got a big battery bank in there. So this guy's kind of like my little power pouch. And I like that it suspends itself right up here, because if you don't want to open the bag up all the way, you can just open it partially and you can still get to that pouch, pull it out, or even unzipper it and grab something without having to dig in there. They also have another small zipper here at the top, and right now, ooh, that's bigger than I thought. There is a nice big pocket up there, and I just have my Apple Pencil in there with a little silicone sleeve. Below that, because you know I'm a camera guy, I've got at least 1 camera in here. So there's a little point and shoot Sony camera that I really like. If I don't want to carry around my big cameras, I'll bring this guy with me. And over here in this stretchy pocket, I have the Insta360 X3, my favorite camera for filming myself while riding, because it stitches out the selfie stick. And then on this side, you've got a tablet or notebook and a laptop sleeve. So they've got a nice little magnetic buckle at the top, which is nice. Stays tight. You just push this little part in and it comes out. And I have the 11-inch iPad Pro with the keyboard case on it. And behind that, I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro with, what brand is this? Sup case. This is a sup case for my MacBook because I don't like banging my stuff around. And on that, I've stuck these little slip drive pockets. So I record a lot of media, I take a lot of pictures. I gotta have extra drives because that Apple tax on storage is very high. But even with this case, those drives and the iPad with the keyboard all fits in there. This is, you know, Apple stuff's fairly thin, but then once you start adding it up, it gets a little chunky. But that all fit right in this spot. I don't know if you could see it, but it says 13-inch to 16-inch. So I imagine if you have the 16-inch MacBook, it'll fit in there just fine. And yeah, this back area, they kind of call it their tech area. So you put all your tech in here. You got the little pouch to keep your cables all organized, and chargers. If you have a bigger charger, you could potentially put it down here in these pockets. So lots of room and space to organize, and it's very padded. They did a great job with the padding and the material on this whole backside. And let's get to the front. So you see on the front, got this nice buckle. This is metal. Nice solid metal buckle. We cinch down if you're keeping it slender, which that's actually one of my favorite parts about its backpack is how slender it stays, considering how much stuff is in here. I'm not even done yet. We still got this front compartment to go through. So let's go through it. Pull that up, loosens it. This flap gets out of your way. We've got another little pocket right here. I think this is a sunglasses pocket. Fairly deep. Inside, got that nice soft material so it doesn't scratch up your glasses. Very important. And then we got the zipper right here that gives us access to the front main compartment. And it's interesting what they did with this zipper. It only comes down to here on the right side or left side, depending on if you're wearing it or not. But on the other side, the opposite side, it will come down most of the way, which kind of gives you this 45-degree angle of opening, which I'll tell you why is neat and useful in a second. There's another super shallow pocket right here. Ooh, I've got a tire gauge to check my tire pressure on my one wheel. I also have some other one wheel stuff in here. Where is it at? Where is it at? This is just a little baggie of little bits and tools. Float Life sells these little kits with all the bits you need to work on your board. I like to have that on me just in case I need to fix something. Is this? Oh yeah. I have a busted GT controller. Huh. Wonder where that came from. I'll put that over there. I also have a nice Chillis shirt because, you know, I gotta rep my community, but also, you know, sometimes you're riding, you get real sweaty. You gotta have a spare shirt, you know, in your backpack just in case you're going somewhere nice and you don't wanna be all gross and sticky and sweaty. Get some of that smell off of you. And yeah, so if you're hot, change shirts. But if you're cold, you gotta have, you know, the Chillis jacket. It's kind of all wrinkled up because it was smashed into my last backpack. And so didn't really stay wrinkle free. I also have a pump. It's a little portable battery powered air pump for my one wheel. If I need to let out air or put in air, I've got a pump with me. And I've got, how did that get in there? Yeah, we're gonna put that out of the way. You didn't see that. All right, that's the main compartment. Now, yeah, stuff out of the way. Back to the zipper situation. What I like about the way they designed this is things don't easily fall out when you're opening up the bag. If you need to get this stuff, it kind of keeps things vertically in place. But two, you can zipper this up and leave this top part open, kind of like that, and just bring the flap down, because sometimes these little flaps are, you know, extra step to getting to stuff that is an inconvenience. But on this side, you can zipper this down and still reach in there and grab something without having to worry about that top flap. So that was a great idea. I do like that I did that. And one more thing, there is one more pocket. Yes, I know. And it is on the bottom of all places, down here at the bottom. Now, they advertise this as kind of like a shoe spot where you can put your, like, you know, your gym shoes or running shoes, maybe some sandals, but it's designed to keep it separate from the main compartments of the bag. But what I like to put in there is my charger, because the last thing I want to do is have to dig through all the stuff in my bag to grab my charger out. And since the charger is usually the heaviest thing in the bag, I also like it to be at the bottom of the bag. So what a perfect way to put the charger in here. And it's fairly spacious. And also, you know, if it gets dirty, if you're dragging it across the ground in the dirt, I don't know where you're charging it, maybe at the park, it keeps the dirt off your nice clean clothes that you might have had in there. And it does occupy the inside of this cavity. So you do have to make sure you put this guy in first before you put in everything else. But you should be able to just shove things out of the way if it's squishy and it's not completely packed. But I wanted to check something. One second. This is the hypercharger. This thing is massive, but this is the hypercharger for a one wheel. And let's see if that fits in there. Well, what do you know? It does. Yeah, that fits in there and it's flat. That's nice. Not bad. I don't like riding with the hypercharger because of how bulky it is, but this bag has a spot for it if you do ride with one. You're doing those all-day rides, having a good backpack to store. This behemoth is nice. So I'm gonna put that back over here because it's taking up too much space on the table. That is pretty much it in a nutshell, except one cool little tech feature. One tech feature. So if you caught my video on Unit1's Faro helmet, it's a smart helmet. It's got LEDs built in, even RGB ones, and there's an app for it. It's crazy. What's neat is what they did with this backpack is they've got this little placeholder down at the bottom. And you pull this little black tab out and it pops it out. Again, held in with magnets. These guys love magnets just like I do. So this is just a little placeholder. And what they have are these lights. Now, this pouch comes with the backpack, which is great. These lights do not, so you will need to buy these separately if you're interested in this feature. But these lights are made for their bikes first. They come with little mounts that attach to the handlebars and to the seat post, and they're also magnetic. And what's neat is this is a set of 2 lights, so you can have one in the front and the back of your bike. And this holder is actually a magnetic wireless charger. So they snap in, you squeeze the bottom, they can pop right out. This thing charges through USB-C and will charge both lights at the same time. But these lights themselves actually have USB-C, so you can charge them with just a cable directly, which is nice. So if you just want to buy one for this backpack, you can, and just charge it with USB-C. Let me show you these really quick because I think they're slick. It shows you the power status when it turns on, and you see when I rotate them, they've got a gyro in them. And so when you go to put them on your bike, if you know one of them is gonna be the front light or the rear light, you just rotate it and it will flip. And so you're like, oh, I want this one on the front, so it's gonna be white. You stick it onto the magnetic mount on the front of the bike. This one's gonna be red. And you see how it didn't flip back to white right there? That's because once it stays in that orientation for a few seconds, I forget how long it is, it will no longer flip back to the other color, or white or red. It'll just stay white or red depending on, where you want it to be. And then this guy replaces this little plastic piece right here. And you have yourself a safety light on your backpack. So if you're riding at night, in the city or in the streets or whatever, riding your bike, riding your one wheel, riding your EUC, whatever rideable thing you got, you have another layer of safety, of visibility, so other people can see you. And let's grab the helmet because it's right behind me. This helmet is a smart helmet. You power it on. And with the app, these things can all be paired up. So you can see there's a front light. You can see there's a rear light that's blinking. And by the way, all these are actually customizable. You can change the patterns, the blinking if you want it solid. Right now I've got this kind of bluish, outward going, cool LED light happening in the rear. And the other thing that's nice is you can also pick up the remote, and this remote also has a magnetic mount. You would normally stick it to your handlebars. And this is a signal remote. And you can use this to indicate your turns when you're riding, which is super useful, especially if you're riding along with traffic. Being able to show them which direction you intend to turn. Also completely customizable. You can have it blink for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or it'll blink continuously until you tap it again. Just cancel the blinking. But this is really nice. This whole setup, I think, is a really cool, smart helmet, backpack, blinking safety thing. The other thing is there's, I think, some kind of accelerometer in the remote so that when you go to brake, these will actually automatically light up bright like a car's brake lights do when you hit the brakes to let people behind you know that you're slowing down or you're planning to come to a stop. So really awesome stuff that they do. I would definitely check out their website, check out their products. They're very innovative and I love their designs and their styles. I'm still really impressed with this backpack because this backpack, well, for one, it's sleek, it's slim on the back, it's not too bulky. They have a bunch of colors. I actually had a hard time choosing which color to get. Hold on. Where do they say here? Because they sent me an email and they're like, we now have charcoal black, ashen gray, which is what this one is. They have a cactus green and a desert tan. So lots of nice colors that I think are very stylish. And again, especially since they're not a backpack company. They don't make backpacks until recently. So great job on the backpack. Now I gotta go and at least give it a couple cons because not every bag is perfect. I have I hate to admit it, but I have more backpacks than my wife has purses. That's how many bags I have. It's kind of bad. But I have things that I like about certain backpacks that I wish that all backpacks would have. One of them being like a luggage pass-through. So when I travel, being able to take the backpack off my back and slide it through the handlebars on your luggage. It looks like it has it here and here. You see actually my fingers going in on this guy. I forgot to point this out. This is actually just a little handle so you can kind of hold it sideways, but it doesn't go all the way through. It just stops right there, and this side is stitched. There is no like hidden pocket or anything back here. So there's no luggage pass through. And then this backpack didn't come with the sternum strap. It does have a hidden sternum strap rail right underneath here and here, but it doesn't come with it. You have to buy it separately. It's part of their, I think, ride package. It'll come with a sternum strap. It'll come with a waist strap as well, and including like a stretchy, kind of like a net, a stretchy net, so that when you take your helmet off, you can attach it to your backpack, and then meshy net kind of connects over it. They didn't send it to me to show it to you guys, but you know, here it is on their website. If you want to see more, of course, go to their website. Very smart ideas that they come with. But I mean, the sternum strap, I think, you know, most backpacks come with those. So I was a little disappointed to not get that, because as a rider, that's one thing I like, to keep the backpack from swaying around when I'm moving. On one wheels, as you know, we carve a lot, like a snowboard or like a surfboard. And so things sway. So it would have been nice to have, but in any case, I like this backpack. I would definitely check it out if you're interested. I do have a discount code for it. I'll leave that down in the description. And they did inform me that they are going to be running a sale. Hopefully when I upload this, the sale will be live. It's during the first week of October. But yeah, lots of stuff in here. Lots of things you can pack in it. I like it. It's going to be probably my go-to gadget bag now when I go anywhere, if I'm going to the coffee shop. And yeah, I need to go ride with it. So let's go get some ride footage, and I'll give you my final thoughts on, you know, how it feels on the back. All right, guess I got to put all this stuff back in. So I'll see you outside. All right, well, I think that's going to conclude the riding portion of this review. I did cheat a little bit. I took out a little bit of weight. I took out the laptop, and I took out the chargers and a couple other small items, but I still got it pretty packed up. I still got the water bottle pocket on the side because I did want to see if it popped out. I made sure to hit a little bit of trail. I made sure to do a couple bonks and a couple drops, and just, you know, even balancing to see if it threw off my weight. And to see how comfortable it was. And I don't really have too much to complain about. It looks good, it feels good, it meets most of my needs, and you know what? If you like this backpack, make sure you go check it out. I do have a discount code, which helps out the channel if you use it. They also will have a sale here next month, or maybe by the time I upload this, there'll be another sale. So definitely check out what they've got to offer. Helmet, backpack, lights. Really forward-thinking company when it comes to rideable gear, and I think they're worth a look. Okay, that's Ginter for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. I hope you enjoyed the ride montage. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Later. Can't forget the helmet.